Chapter 1: The Mysterious Prophecy. In the heart of the kingdom of Everland, where rolling meadows met lush forests, and crystal rivers flowed through charming villages, there stood a magnificent castle. King William, a just and wise ruler, sat upon the throne, guiding his people with compassion and wisdom. One day, a rumor spread like wildfire through the kingdom. A prophecy had been revealed by an ancient seer, a prophecy that foretold a looming darkness threatening to engulf Everland. The king was troubled by the news and sought the counsel of his trusted advisor, the wise old sage, Merlin. Merlin, with his long white beard and piercing blue eyes, listened intently as King William spoke of the prophecy. The seer's words spoke of a great peril that will befall our beloved kingdom, the king said, his brow furrowed with concern. But it also spoke of hope, the hope that lies within the hearts of 7 princesses, each gifted with unique powers and virtues. Merlin nodded thoughtfully. The threads of fate are woven in mysterious ways, Your Majesty, he replied. If the prophecy is true, then these 7 princesses may hold the key to saving Everland from the impending darkness. King William was determined to find these princesses and safeguard his kingdom. He summoned his most trusted knights and sent them far and wide to seek out the 7 princesses, wherever they might be. Each knight was given a small enchanted crystal, glowing with a faint, ethereal light, which would shine brighter as they got closer to one of the princesses. The knights embarked on their quest, traveling to distant lands and remote kingdoms, seeking out the 7 destined princesses. Each princess was said to possess a unique gift that would play a vital role in the battle against darkness. As the days turned to weeks and the weeks to months, the knights scoured the farthest reaches of the realm, facing perilous trials and overcoming great obstacles. One by one, they found the princesses. The first princess, Elara, resided in a hidden tower deep within an ancient forest. She possessed the gift of enchantment, her words and spells weaving magic that could sway the hearts of those around her. The second princess, Aria, dwelled amidst the rugged mountains, where she had honed her skills with a bow and arrow to near perfection. Her accuracy was unmatched, and her arrows never missed their target. Princess Amara, the third of the 7, lived in a humble village, where her healing touch brought comfort to the sick and wounded. Her gift was to mend both body and spirit with boundless compassion. The fourth princess, Lyra, was an astronomer living high in a tower, studying the stars and the heavens. Her knowledge of celestial movements and patterns was a source of great wisdom. Talia, the 5th princess, hailed from a kingdom by the sea. Her mastery of the sword was unrivaled, and her courage was legendary. Princess Evangeline, the 6th, resided in a palace of ice and snow, where she could command the elements of nature with grace and skill. And finally, Princess Selene, the 7th, lived within the bustling city, where her telepathic abilities allowed her to sense the thoughts and emotions of others, forging connections that went beyond words. Each princess received a mysterious summons from the king, inviting them to the grand castle of Everland. Intrigued and curious, they journeyed to the kingdom, not knowing that their destinies were entwined by the threads of an ancient prophecy. As the princesses arrived at the castle, a sense of anticipation filled the air. Little did they know that their fateful meeting with King William would mark the beginning of an extraordinary adventure, one that would test their strengths, unite their powers, and forge bonds of friendship that would transcend time and space. The kingdom of Evelyn held its breath, awaiting the unfolding of the mysterious prophecy and the courage of the 7 princesses who held its fate in their hands. Little did they know that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges and discoveries beyond their wildest imagination. Chapter 2: The Gathering of Princesses. As the news of the prophecy spread throughout the kingdom, the people of Evelyn buzzed with anticipation and curiosity. The words of the ancient seer had ignited a spark of hope in their hearts, for they knew that their beloved king would not rest until the 7 princesses were found. King William's most trusted knights, Sir Richard and Sir Evelyn, set forth on their noble mission. Riding through forests and mountains, crossing rivers and valleys, they embarked on a quest to seek out the 7 princesses scattered across the realm. Their first destination was the enchanted forest, where Princess Elara resided in her hidden tower. Sir Richard and Sir Evelyn navigated through the dense foliage, following the faint glow of the enchanted crystal. When they finally reached the tower, they found Elara surrounded by a shimmering aura of magic, her eyes sparkling with intelligence and curiosity. The knights presented the royal summons, explaining the prophecy and the importance of her presence in Evelyn. Princess Elara, though intrigued, was hesitant to leave her solitary life in the forest. However, upon hearing of the potential danger threatening her kingdom, her heart swelled with a newfound sense of purpose. She gracefully accepted the invitation and agreed to accompany the knights back to the castle. From there, the knights ventured to the rugged mountains, where the gifted archer, Princess Aria, resided. They climbed treacherous peaks, following the glowing crystal until they found Aria overlooking a breathtaking vista, her bow at her side. She greeted the knights with a warm smile, intrigued by the mysterious summons. Sir Richard and Sir Evelyn spoke of the prophecy and the importance of Aria's unparalleled archery skills. They told her of the darkness that threatened Evelyn and how her precise arrows could prove invaluable in the battle ahead. With a sense of duty and a desire to protect her homeland, Aria agreed to join the gathering of princesses. Next on their journey was the humble village where Princess Amara lived. Her gift of healing had earned her the trust and love of her people. The knights found her tending to the sick and wounded, her hands emanating a soft, healing light. Amara was surprised by the arrival of the knights, but her heart swelled with compassion upon hearing about the prophecy and the peril that loomed over Evelyn. Understanding the significance of her gift in times of adversity, Princess Amara didn't hesitate to accept the invitation. She yearned to aid her kingdom and knew that her healing touch could mend not just the physical wounds but also the hearts of the people in their darkest hours. As the knights continued their journey, they encountered Princess Lyra, the astronomer, dwelling in a high tower that touched the skies. Her eyes were alight with the knowledge of celestial wonders, and she greeted the knights with a knowing smile. Intrigued by the prophecy and the unique role she was destined to play, Princess Lyra readily agreed to join the gathering. Her understanding of the stars would illuminate the path ahead, guiding the princesses through the trials they would face. The knights then journeyed to the kingdom by the sea, where Princess Talia, the skilled swordswoman, awaited them. She stood by the shore, the wine gently tousling her hair, her sword glinting in the sunlight. Princess Talia was initially wary of the knight's intentions, but upon hearing of the prophecy and the potential danger to her kingdom, she knew that her expertise with the sword could protect the realm from harm. With a resolute heart, she accepted the summons, ready to stand as a formidable defender of Evelyn. Their next destination led them to a palace of ice and snow, where Princess Evangeline commanded the forces of nature. She greeted the knights with grace, her eyes holding the tranquility of a calm winter's night. Intrigued by the prophecy and the opportunity to harness her elemental powers for the greater good, Princess Evangeline accepted the invitation without hesitation. She knew that her control over the elements could turn the tide of battle and shield Evelyn from the darkness that loomed. The final destination of the knights was the bustling city, where Princess Selene resided. Her telepathic abilities had granted her a deep connection with her people, and she sensed the knights' approach even before they arrived. When the knights explained the prophecy and the crucial role she played in it, Princess Selene's empathetic heart could not refuse. She understood that her ability to connect with others would unite the princesses and strengthen their bond as they faced the impending darkness together. With all 7 princesses found and their hearts now filled with purpose and determination, the knights led them back to the grand castle of Evelyn. As they stood before King William, the air crackled with anticipation. The gathering of princesses was now complete, and their destinies were intertwined, setting the stage for a quest that would test their strengths, forge unbreakable bonds, and lead them into the heart of the mysterious prophecy. Chapter 3, Princess Elara, the Enchantress. Princess Elara stood at the grand entrance of the palace, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The knights had guided her through the ornate halls, each step echoing with a sense of history and tradition. As she entered the throne room, King William rose from his throne, a warm smile spreading across his face. "Welcome, Princess Elara," he greeted her with genuine warmth. "Your arrival brings hope to Evelyn in these uncertain times." Elara curtsied gracefully, her emerald green gown flowing like a gentle stream around her. "Your Majesty, it is an honor to be here. I am humbled by the trust you place in me." King William gestured for her to come forward, taking her hands gently in his. The ancient seer's prophecy spoke of a great darkness that threatens our kingdom. But it also foretells that within the hearts of 7 princesses lie the strength to overcome this peril. Your unique gift as an enchantress is vital to our cause. Princess Elara's eyes sparkled with determination as she listened to the king's words. She had spent years mastering the intricacies of magic, weaving spells that could sway the very fabric of reality. Her mind was a tapestry of ancient incantations, ready to be unleashed at a moment's notice. "I will not fail you, Your Majesty," Elara vowed, her voice unwavering. "I will use my enchantments to protect Evelyn and its people from the darkness that looms." King William nodded, knowing he could trust in Elara's abilities. "You have my gratitude, Princess. Together, we will face the coming storm with courage and unity." As days turned into weeks, Princess Elara immersed herself in the study of ancient tomes and scrolls, seeking knowledge that could bolster her magic further. She consulted with the royal sorcerers, sharing her wisdom and learning from theirs in turn. Her commitment to honing her craft knew no bounds, for she knew that the fate of Evelyn rested in her hands as much as in her fellow princesses. In her quiet moments, Elara often stood on the castle's highest tower, overlooking the vast kingdom below. The wind carried whispers of distant lands, and the stars shimmered in the night sky like diamonds. Here, in the solitude of the night, she practiced her enchantments, weaving spells into the very air. One evening, while Elara stood atop the tower, the skies turned ominous, clouds gathering in a swirling mass. It was as if the darkness itself was reaching out to her, testing her resolve. But Elara stood firm, raising her hands as she invoked a protective barrier. The storm raged against her magic, but she held strong, her will unwavering. The next morning, news arrived at the palace that a neighboring village had fallen victim to a wave of malevolent creatures. They had been dispatched by the encroaching darkness, leaving devastation in their wake. Princess Elara knew that she must act swiftly. Gathering her strength and resolve, Elara set forth to the village. As she arrived, the people greeted her with both fear and hope. They had heard tales of her enchantments, and they knew that she was their best chance at survival. With her staff in hand and her heart full of determination, Elara faced the malevolent creatures. She wove intricate spells, channeling the forces of nature to create a dazzling display of light and magic. The creatures faltered, their dark energies dispersed by the power of her enchantments. Elara's magic was a beacon of hope for the villagers, and they found strength in her presence. With each passing moment, her spells grew stronger, pushing back the darkness that had dared to encroach upon Evelyn. Word of Elara's bravery and prowess spread throughout the kingdom, inspiring hope in the hearts of the people. As other princesses arrived at the palace, they found in Elara a kindred spirit, a powerful ally who shared their determination to protect Evelyn. United as one, the 7 princesses formed an unbreakable bond, each bringing their unique strengths to the table. Princess Elara's enchantments were a shield of protection, a glimmer of hope in the darkest of times. And so, Princess Elara's journey had only just begun. With her fellow princesses by her side, she would face even greater challenges and confront the heart of the impending darkness. But she knew that as long as their hearts remained steadfast and their unity unwavering, they would be the light that would banish the darkness from Evelyn once and for all. Chapter 4, Princess Aria, the Archer. Princess Aria's homeland was a realm of ancient forests and whispering trees, a place where the sound of a gentle breeze carried the secrets of the woods. She was the pride of her people, a masterful archer whose skill with the bow and arrow was unmatched in all the lands of Evelyn. As news of the prophecy spread, Princess Aria knew in her heart that she could not stand idly by while her kingdom faced a looming darkness. Her keen instincts told her that her gift as an archer was destined to play a crucial role in the battle to come. With her bow slung across her shoulder and her quiver of arrows at her side, Princess Aria set forth on a journey to the grand palace of Evelyn. The forests welcomed her like an old friend, guiding her steps with their ancient wisdom. Birds sang melodious tunes, and animals watched her pass with curious eyes, as if they sensed the destiny that awaited her. Upon her arrival at the palace, Princess Aria was greeted by the knights and led to the throne room, where King William awaited. He rose from his throne, and a smile of admiration crossed his face as he beheld the skilled archer before him. "Welcome, Princess Aria," King William greeted her warmly. "Your presence brings great hope to our kingdom. Your gift as an archer will be invaluable in the battles that lie ahead." Princess Aria bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Your Majesty," she replied, her voice as serene as the forest breeze. "I have come to offer my skills and my bow to defend Evelyn from any threat." The king's eyes sparkled with appreciation for her determination. "Your loyalty to the kingdom is commendable, Princess Aria. I have no doubt that your accuracy and prowess with a bow will be a powerful asset to our cause." And so, Princess Aria joined Princess Elara and the knights in the grand castle of Evelyn. As she became acquainted with the other princesses, she sensed a camaraderie forming between them, a connection that went beyond words, forged by a shared purpose and destiny. Days turned into weeks, and Princess Aria spent her time honing her archery skills in the castle courtyard. Her arrows flew with uncanny precision, piercing targets at great distances with ease. The knights watched in awe as she performed feats of marksmanship that seemed almost supernatural. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the castle, a horn blared in the distance. The knights hurried to the palace gates, and Princess Aria followed close behind, her heart quickening with anticipation. Outside the castle walls, they found a group of marauders advancing upon Evelyn. The darkness had already begun to send its minions to test the kingdom's defenses. The knights drew their swords, and Princess Aria notched an arrow, her fingers steady and sure. With a swift motion, she released the arrow, and it soared through the air like a streak of silver. The arrow found its mark with unerring accuracy, hitting the leader of the marauders square in the chest. The other invaders faltered, their morale shaken by the prowess of the archer before them. But the battle was far from over. Princess Aria swiftly drew another arrow and let it fly, and then another, and another. Her arrows whistled through the air, finding their targets with deadly precision. With each shot, she defended her kingdom and her people, unleashing a rain of arrows that struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. The marauders retreated, vanishing into the shadows from whence they came. Evelyn had prevailed, and Princess Aria's skills had proven invaluable in the kingdom's defense. In the aftermath of the battle, the people of Evelyn hailed Princess Aria as a hero. They sang songs of her bravery and marksmanship, and her name became synonymous with hope and protection. The bond between the princesses grew stronger, and they knew that together, they could face whatever darkness lay ahead. As Princess Aria stood under the moonlit sky that night, her heart swelled with pride and determination. She knew that her journey had only just begun, and she was ready to stand alongside her fellow princesses, her bow and arrow ready to defend Evelyn from any imminent threats. The archer's spirit burned bright, and she knew that as long as she remained true to herself and to her kingdom, her arrows would always find their mark, safeguarding Evelyn from the shadows that sought to engulf it. With her resolve firm and her aim unwavering, Princess Aria embraced her destiny as the archer who would help lead Evelyn to victory. Chapter 5, Princess Amara, the Healer. Princess Amara hailed from a lineage of skilled healers, known for their remarkable ability to mend wounds and cure ailments. From a young age, she had shown an innate gift for healing, a gentle touch that brought comfort and solace to those in pain. Her compassion for her people knew no bounds, and she vowed to use her gift to keep them safe during the perilous times that lay ahead. Upon receiving the royal summons, Princess Amara journeyed to the grand palace of Evangeline, her heart filled with a sense of duty and purpose. She knew that the ancient prophecy spoke of a great darkness threatening the kingdom, and she understood that her gift as a healer could be a source of hope and strength in the battles to come. As she arrived at the palace, Princess Amara was welcomed by King William and the other princesses. Her warm smile and soothing presence instantly put those around her at ease, as if a gentle breeze had swept through the room. "Welcome, Princess Amara," King William greeted her with a kind smile. "Your arrival brings comfort to our kingdom. Your gift as a healer will be an invaluable asset in the challenges that lie ahead." Princess Amara curtsied gracefully. "Thank you, Your Majesty," she replied, her voice as gentle as a lullaby. "It is my honor to stand beside my fellow princesses and offer my healing touch to those in need." King William's eyes gleamed with admiration for her kind spirit. "Your selflessness is a beacon of hope for our people, Princess Amara. I have no doubt that your healing abilities will play a vital role in our fight against the encroaching darkness." And so, Princess Amara joined Princess Elara, Princess Aria, and the knights in the grand castle of Evangeline. As the days passed, she familiarized herself with the royal physicians and healers, exchanging knowledge and learning new techniques. She studied ancient texts and herbal remedies, seeking to expand her healing repertoire to be better prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. But Princess Amara's gift was not limited to physical healing alone. Her gentle nature and empathetic heart allowed her to mend emotional wounds as well. She listened to the fears and worries of the people, offering them words of comfort and encouragement. In her presence, sorrow seemed to lift, replaced by a renewed sense of hope. One day, a group of villagers came to the palace seeking aid. The darkness had begun to cast its shadow upon the land, and some of them had fallen ill with a mysterious ailment. Princess Amara's heart went out to them, and without hesitation, she accompanied the royal physicians to the village. With her healing touch, Princess Amara tended to the sick, her hands glowing with a soft, healing light. Her touch brought relief, and the people marveled at the miraculous recovery of their loved ones. Her gift was a source of comfort and strength, a light in the face of encroaching darkness. As word of Princess Amara's healing abilities spread, more and more people sought her aid. Her days were filled with tending to the wounded and infirm, offering her touch and her kind words to those in need. Through her actions, she brought hope and reassurance to the kingdom, reminding them that they were not alone in their struggles. In the midst of the darkness that threatened Evangeline, Princess Amara's presence was a symbol of resilience and unwavering compassion. Her healing abilities were not just a means to mend physical wounds but to mend hearts and spirits as well. She became a pillar of strength for her fellow princesses, offering them comfort and support in times of doubt. As the princesses prepared for the battles ahead, Princess Amara vowed to keep her friends and the people of Evelyn safe. She knew that her gift was not just a power to heal, but a power to inspire hope, to strengthen bonds, and to unite the kingdom in the face of adversity. In the quiet moments, as she tended to the sick and wounded, Princess Amara found solace in her purpose. She knew that no matter how daunting the darkness seemed, as long as there was hope, as long as there was healing, Evelyn would stand strong. With Princess Amara as their healer, the princesses knew that they were not just warriors against the darkness, but beacons of light and compassion. United in their cause, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, with their hearts guided by the healing touch of Princess Amara. Chapter 6, Princess Lyra, the Astronomer. Princess Lyra was unlike any other in the kingdom of Evelyn. While others reveled in the earthly wonders, she found her fascination with the celestial heavens. From a young age, she had shown a deep passion for astronomy, spending countless nights gazing at the stars, seeking to unravel the mysteries of the universe. Word of the prophecy had reached Princess Lyra through her studies of the night sky. The stars had whispered to her in cryptic patterns, foretelling a great darkness that threatened her beloved kingdom. But the stars also revealed a glimmer of hope, a light that shone within the hearts of 7 princesses, destined to protect Evelyn. With her heart ablaze with curiosity and determination, Princess Lyra set forth to join the gathering of princesses in the Grand Palace. She arrived with her head held high and eyes shining with the brilliance of the stars she adored. King William greeted her warmly, recognizing her as a scholar of great knowledge and wisdom. "Welcome, Princess Lyra," he said with a smile. "Your passion for astronomy is renowned, and I believe your insights will prove invaluable in understanding the forces that threaten our kingdom." Princess Lyra curtsied gracefully, her voice filled with wonder. "Thank you, Your Majesty," she replied. "The stars have shown me the gravity of the situation. I will do my best to guide us through the celestial maze that lies ahead." With that, Princess Lyra joined Princess Elara, Princess Aria, Princess Amara, and the knights in the grand castle of Evelyn. As the princesses gathered, she shared her knowledge of the stars and the cosmic events that shaped the destiny of the world. During the day, Princess Lyra studied ancient texts and consulted with the royal scholars, seeking to expand her understanding of celestial phenomena. At night, she would venture to the castle's observatory, where she would map the stars, read the movements of planets, and seek answers in the boundless expanse of the cosmos. One evening, while the moon shone brightly, Princess Lyra gathered her fellow princesses on the castle's rooftop. "Behold," she said, her voice filled with excitement, "the stars reveal a celestial alignment that has not occurred in centuries. It is a sign, a harbinger of great change." As they looked up at the sky, they saw the stars aligning in a rare formation, creating a mesmerizing dance of light in the darkness. Princess Lyra pointed out the constellations and their significance, explaining how the cosmic energies could be harnessed to aid them in their quest. With her guidance, the princesses learned to read the stars and divine the future, deciphering the celestial messages that would guide them through the challenges that lay ahead. Princess Lyra's knowledge was a beacon of hope, offering a sense of direction in the face of uncertainty. As the days passed, Princess Lyra's bond with her fellow princesses grew stronger. They admired her wisdom and the way she looked beyond the horizon, finding inspiration in the vastness of the universe. In turn, Princess Lyra found comfort in their unity and the unbreakable bond they shared. One night, as Princess Lyra gazed at the stars, a vision flashed before her eyes, a vision of Evangeline, bathed in a radiant light. She knew that it was a glimpse of their future, a future where they would triumph over the darkness. With renewed determination, Princess Lyra shared her vision with the others, filling their hearts with hope and courage. They knew that they were destined for greatness, and with each passing day, their resolve to protect Evangeline grew stronger. And so, Princess Lyra's knowledge of the stars became a guiding light for the princesses as they journeyed through the trials that lay ahead. Her insights allowed them to navigate the forces that threatened their kingdom, and her passion for the cosmos served as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there was always a glimmer of light waiting to be discovered. As they faced the encroaching darkness, the princesses looked to the night sky, drawing strength from the stars and the knowledge that Princess Lyra had shared with them. They knew that their journey was far from over, but with her wisdom lighting their path, they were ready to face whatever celestial mysteries awaited them, knowing that the stars would guide them home to a future where Evangeline would shine brightly once more. Chapter 7, Princess Talia, the Swordswoman. As the gathering of princesses continued, the palace was filled with an air of anticipation. Each princess brought her unique gifts and talents, and the bond between them grew stronger with every passing day. Among them, Princess Talia emerged as the fifth princess, a formidable swordswoman whose presence commanded respect and admiration. Princess Talia had trained all her life in the art of combat. From a young age, she had shown a natural affinity for the sword, and under the guidance of skilled mentors, she had honed her skills to perfection. She moved with the grace of a dancer and the precision of a master craftsman, her every strike a testament to her dedication and discipline. When Princess Talia arrived at the grand palace of Evangeline, her confident stride and the gleam of her sword caught the attention of the knights and her fellow princesses. They knew that they had gained a formidable ally, a warrior whose courage and determination were second to none. As the princesses gathered, King William greeted Princess Talia with a smile of respect. "Welcome, Princess Talia," he said. "Your prowess with the sword is renowned, and I have no doubt that your skill will be vital in defending Evangeline." Princess Talia bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Your Majesty," she replied, her voice resonating with confidence. "I have come to pledge my sword and my strength to protect our kingdom from any threat." The king's eyes glimmered with appreciation for her unwavering commitment. "Your loyalty is commendable, Princess Talia," he said. "Evangeline is fortunate to have a warrior of your caliber standing with us." With that, Princess Talia joined Princess Elara, Princess Aria, Princess Amara, Princess Lyra, and the knights in the grand castle. As the days passed, she engaged in rigorous training with the knights, honing her skills further and learning new battle techniques. She sparred with them in the castle courtyard, their swords clashing in a symphony of metal, and with every bout, her prowess only grew. But Princess Talia's strength was not just in her skill with the sword, it was also in her courage and unwavering determination. In the face of adversity, she stood strong, inspiring her fellow princesses and the knights to push beyond their limits. One day, a band of dark creatures descended upon the outskirts of Everland, their malevolence spreading like a toxic fog. The knights rushed to defend the kingdom, and Princess Talia was at the forefront, her sword blazing with a determination to protect her homeland. The battle was fierce, and the creatures seemed relentless, but Princess Talia's agility and precision were unmatched. With every swing of her sword, she struck down her foes, defending her fellow princesses and the knights with a fearless resolve. As the battle raged on, Princess Talia's fighting spirit ignited a fire in the hearts of her allies. They rallied around her, their unity like an impenetrable shield. Together, they pushed back the dark creatures, driving them away from Everland. In the aftermath of the battle, the people of Everland hailed Princess Talia as a hero. They admired her bravery and the way she had fearlessly defended the kingdom. Her fellow princesses regarded her with respect and gratitude, knowing that her strength had made a significant difference in their victory. As Princess Talia stood under the open sky that night, her heart swelled with pride and purpose. She knew that her journey had only just begun, and she was ready to face any challenges that lay ahead. With her sword in hand and her fellow princesses by her side, she embraced her destiny as the swordswoman who would stand at the forefront of the battle against darkness. The unity among the 7 princesses had grown unbreakable, each bringing their unique strengths and gifts to the table. Princess Talia's skill with the sword was a testament to her dedication and unwavering resolve, a pillar of strength that inspired her allies in their quest to protect Everland. With each passing day, their bond deepened, and they knew that they were not just a gathering of princesses, but a formidable force of courage, determination, and unity, a force that would face any darkness that threatened their kingdom with the knowledge that they would emerge victorious, guided by Princess Talia's fearless spirit and the strength of their unbreakable sisterhood. Chapter 8, Princess Evangeline, the Elementalist. Princess Evangeline arrived at the Grand Palace of Everland like a gentle breeze, her presence exuding an aura of tranquility and power. She was a gifted elementalist with a deep affinity for the forces of nature. From a young age, she had shown a remarkable ability to command the elements, fire, water, earth, and air, and harness their power at will. As the 7th princess to join the gathering, Princess Evangeline completed the circle of destiny. The 7 princesses stood side by side, each one possessing unique gifts and strengths, ready to face the impending darkness that loomed over Everland. King William greeted Princess Evangeline with a sense of reverence. "Welcome, Princess Evangeline," he said with admiration. "Your gift as an elementalist is truly extraordinary. I believe your abilities will be of immense importance in the battles that lie ahead." Princess Evangeline smiled graciously. "Thank you, Your Majesty," she replied, her voice carrying a soothing melody. "I have come to offer my abilities and the power of nature to protect Everland from harm." The king nodded with gratitude. "Everland is blessed to have an elementalist of your caliber," he said. Your connection with the elements will be a vital asset in our quest to defend the kingdom. With Princess Evangeline's arrival, the princesses and the knights knew that they were now a complete and united force. Each princess had embraced her destiny, ready to play her part in the fate of Evelyn. In the days that followed, Princess Evangeline spent her time exploring the vast landscapes surrounding the palace, deepening her connection with the elements. She communed with the whispering winds, danced with the playful waves, felt the warmth of the sun on her skin, and embraced the grounding energy of the earth beneath her feet. Her understanding of the elements allowed her to bend them to her will. She could summon gusts of wind that swept away obstacles, conjure walls of fire to shield her allies, control water to heal and protect, and manipulate the earth to create solid defenses. In one training session, Princess Evangeline demonstrated the full extent of her powers. As her fellow princesses and the knights watched in awe, she conjured a swirling vortex of wind that lifted her into the air. From there, she manipulated the elements, creating a breathtaking display of fire, water, and earth, all in perfect harmony. The princesses marveled at her mastery, recognizing the magnitude of her abilities and the strength she brought to their united front. Her power over the elements was not just a display of force, but a testament to her understanding and respect for nature's delicate balance. As the darkness continued to encroach upon Everland, the battles grew fiercer and more frequent. Each time, Princess Evangeline stood at the forefront, her connection with the elements guiding her actions. She shielded her fellow princesses and the knights with walls of earth, extinguished fires with torrents of water, and unleashed the might of the elements against their enemies. In the midst of the battles, the princesses and the knights found solace in Princess Evangeline's presence. Her calming aura soothed their weary spirits, and her strategic use of the elements provided them with a tactical advantage. But amidst the chaos, Princess Evangeline's heart remained steadfast and filled with compassion. She knew that her control over the elements came with great responsibility, and she used her powers not just to defend Evelyn but also to protect the delicate ecosystems and creatures that called the kingdom home. As the princesses and the knights fought bravely, they felt a bond forming between them that transcended words and actions. They were not just a gathering of individuals, they were a family, united in their love for Evelyn and their unwavering commitment to its safety. In the darkest of times, Princess Evangeline's connection with the elements served as a beacon of hope. Her ability to harness the forces of nature reminded them all that even in the face of darkness, there was always a light within, waiting to be kindled. With each battle they faced and each victory they achieved, Princess Evangeline's role as the Elementalist grew in significance. Her mastery over fire, water, earth, and air proved invaluable, turning the tide of the battle and protecting the kingdom from harm. In the heart of the chaos, the princesses and the knights found strength in their unity. Their bond was unbreakable, and together, they faced the darkness that threatened Everland, knowing that their destiny was to be the guardians of light, wielding the power of their unique gifts to protect their beloved kingdom and all who called it home. Chapter 9, Princess Selene, the Telepath. As the princesses and the knights stood united, a sense of anticipation filled the grand palace of Everland. The destiny of the kingdom rested upon their shoulders, and each princess had brought her unique gifts to the gathering. But there was one more princess yet to arrive, the ninth and final princess who would complete the circle of destiny. Princess Selene emerged from the shadows like a gentle moonbeam. She had an air of quiet grace, her presence almost ethereal. But beneath her serene exterior lay a remarkable gift, an extraordinary ability to communicate through thoughts and emotions. Princess Selene was a telepath, able to delve into the minds of others, understanding their intentions and feelings without the need for spoken words. As she entered the palace, the atmosphere seemed to change, as if the very air hummed with a new kind of energy. The other princesses and the knights sensed the arrival of someone extraordinary, and they looked upon Princess Selene with curiosity and wonder. King William greeted Princess Selene with a sense of reverence. "Welcome, Princess Selene," he said with a warm smile. "Your gift as a telepath is truly remarkable. I believe your abilities will be of immense importance in uniting us as one powerful force against the darkness." Princess Selene's eyes sparkled with a gentle light as she replied, "Thank you, Your Majesty. It is an honor to be here and to use my gift for the protection of Everland." With Princess Selene's arrival, the circle of destiny was complete, and the princesses and the knights knew that they were now an unstoppable force. Each princess possessed unique and powerful gifts, and together, they would face the darkness with courage and unity. In the days that followed, Princess Selene spent time with each of her fellow princesses, forging a deep connection with them through her telepathic abilities. She could sense their thoughts, their fears, and their dreams, and in turn, they could understand her without the need for spoken words. Princess Selene's gift went beyond mere communication. She was an empath, capable of feeling the emotions of others as if they were her own. This profound connection allowed her to foster a sense of understanding and harmony among the princesses, forging a bond that transcended the barriers of speech. During training sessions, Princess Selene used her telepathy to sense the intentions of their enemies. She delved into their thoughts, unraveling their strategies and uncovering their weaknesses. Her insight proved invaluable in their battles, allowing them to anticipate their foes' moves and plan their own with precision. But Princess Selene's gift was not limited to the battlefield. In times of doubt or fear, she would reach out to her fellow princesses, offering comfort and reassurance through their telepathic connection. Her presence was a source of calm and strength, a reminder that they were never alone in their journey. As the darkness pressed upon Everland with increasing intensity, the bond among the princesses deepened. Princess Selene's telepathy was a thread that wove them together, creating a tapestry of understanding and support. Their unity was a force to be reckoned with, a powerful alliance that the darkness could not break. In the final battle against the encroaching darkness, Princess Selene's abilities came to the forefront. As the enemy closed in, she connected with the minds of her fellow princesses, forming a telepathic network that allowed them to share their thoughts and emotions instantaneously. Their movements were fluid and synchronized, as if they were one mind working in perfect harmony. Princess Selene's telepathy allowed them to adapt to the ever-changing tides of battle, responding to threats with unity and grace. The darkness had underestimated the strength of the princesses' connection. Their hearts beat as one, and their resolve was unyielding. With Princess Selene's telepathy leading the way, they fought as a single force, their unique gifts working in concert to push back the shadows. As the battle reached its climax, Princess Selene sensed a glimmer of hesitation within the heart of their foe. With her telepathic touch, she reached out, delving into the enemy's mind, and discovered a seed of doubt planted by the princess's unwavering unity. In that moment of vulnerability, the princesses seized their chance, striking with all their might, driving the darkness back until it retreated into the abyss from whence it came. The battle was won, and Evangeline was safe once more. The people hailed the princesses as heroes, their courage and unity praised throughout the kingdom. In the aftermath, as the princesses gathered under the moonlit sky, they knew that their journey had not only been a fight against darkness but a journey of self-discovery and unity. They had come together as strangers, each possessing unique gifts, and had emerged as sisters bound by love and purpose. Princess Selene's telepathy had been the invisible thread that wove their destinies together, enabling them to communicate and understand each other on a profound level. Through her gift, they had become an unbreakable force, a force of compassion, courage, wisdom, strength, hope, healing, mastery, and unity. Evangeline was forever changed, not only saved from the darkness but transformed by the unity of its princesses. With their bond as strong as the ties of destiny, they stood as the guardians of the kingdom, knowing that as long as they remained together, their light would shine brighter than any darkness that dared to encroach upon their beloved realm. And so, they lived on, a legend and a beacon of hope for generations to come. Chapter 10: The Unveiling of the Darkness. The grand hall of the palace buzzed with anticipation as the 7 princesses and the knights assembled. The time had come for King William to reveal the full extent of the prophecy that had brought them together, a prophecy that spoke of an ancient evil awakening from its slumber, intent on plunging Evangeline into eternal darkness. The room fell into a hushed silence as King William stepped forward, his gaze unwavering, his voice resonating with gravitas. My dear princesses and knights, I thank you for answering the call of destiny and uniting to protect our beloved Evangeline, he began. He spoke of the ancient prophecy, one that had been foretold by seers long past, speaking of a great peril that would befall the kingdom. An evil force, born of shadows and malevolence, had awakened from its slumber in the depths of the realm, seeking to envelop Evangeline in darkness. The darkness seeks to feed on fear, hatred, and despair, King William continued, and with each passing day, it grows stronger. Its malevolence spreads like a relentless plague, seeking to shroud our land in eternal night. The princesses listened intently, their hearts heavy with the weight of their destiny. They knew that their journey was not just a noble quest to save their kingdom, but a battle against the very essence of darkness itself. King William's gaze shifted to each princess, acknowledging the unique gifts they possessed and the roles they played in the fate of Evangeline. Princess Elara, your mastery of enchantment will be vital in countering the darkness's sinister spells, he said, and Princess Aria, your unparalleled accuracy with the bow will protect us from its malevolent minions. Princess Amara, your healing touch will mend not just physical wounds but also the wounds of the soul, the king continued. Princess Lyra, your understanding of the stars will guide us through the celestial maze of the darkness's intentions. Princess Talia, your courage and skill with the sword will defend us against its physical manifestations, he said, his voice steady. Princess Evangeline, your connection with the elements will bring forth the power of nature itself to aid us in our fight. And Princess Selene, King William said, turning to the telepath, your gift of communication and unity will bind us as one powerful force against the darkness. With your understanding of our enemy's intentions, we will strike as one mind, anticipating and countering their every move. The room was filled with a palpable sense of purpose and unity. The princesses knew that their journey had led them to this moment, and they were prepared to face the darkness with unwavering determination. But remember, King William continued, his voice filled with hope, as the darkness seeks to feed on fear and despair, we must hold on to the light within our hearts. Love, courage, and unity will be our most potent weapons against its malevolence. The princesses nodded in agreement, their resolve shining in their eyes. They knew that the battle ahead would be arduous and that the darkness would test them in every way imaginable. But with the bond they had forged and the strength of their gifts, they knew they were destined for greatness. With the unveiling of the darkness and the revelation of their destiny, the princesses and the knights embraced their roles as the protectors of Everland. The journey ahead would not be easy, but they faced it together, as one powerful force, determined to triumph over the ancient evil that threatened their realm. In the days that followed, the princesses and the knights trained tirelessly, honing their skills and strategies, and strengthening their bond. They sought counsel from the wise elders and prepared for the final confrontation that loomed on the horizon. When the time came to face the darkness, the grand hall was filled with an aura of determination. Princess Elara enchanted their weapons, Princess Aria notched her arrows, Princess Amara readied her healing arts, and Princess Lyra consulted the stars for guidance. Princess Talia wielded her sword with grace and power, while Princess Evangeline called upon the elements to surround them in a protective embrace. Princess Selene connected their minds, forming a telepathic network that united their thoughts and emotions. With their hearts aflame with courage and love for their kingdom, the princesses and the knights stepped forward, their unity like an unbreakable shield against the darkness. As the ancient evil descended upon Everland, they stood firm, ready to face whatever darkness had in store. In the climactic battle that ensued, the princesses' gifts intertwined in a symphony of power, each harmonizing with the others, creating a force that the darkness had never anticipated. Their unity was their strength, their love their shield, and their courage their sword. As the battle raged on, the darkness writhed and thrashed, its malevolence clashing against the light within the hearts of the princesses. But they stood strong, refusing to yield to the darkness's despair. And in that moment of unity and determination, the tide of the battle turned. The darkness faltered, weakened by the strength of the princesses' bond and the light that burned within their souls. With a final surge of power, the princesses and the knights prevailed, banishing the darkness back to the depths from which it had come. Everland was saved, its people rejoicing in the light that had triumphed over the shadows. The princesses and the knights emerged from the battle, their bond stronger than ever. They knew that their journey was not over, that the light would always have shadows to face. But with their unity and love, they were ready to face whatever challenges the future held, knowing that together, they would shine as beacons of hope in the darkness, forever guardians of Everland's light. Chapter 11. The journey begins. As the dawn broke over the kingdom of Everland, the 7 princesses stood together at the threshold of their destiny. The grand palace loomed behind them, a symbol of their past, while the unknown path stretched ahead, leading them into the heart of darkness. They had heard the call of the prophecy, and now, with unwavering resolve, they set forth on a perilous journey to confront the ancient evil that threatened their realm. Princess Elara, the Enchantress, led the way, her staff glowing with a soft, ethereal light. Her magical abilities would shield them from dangers, and her keen intellect would guide them through the treacherous paths that lay ahead. Princess Aria, the archer, walked beside her, her bow and quiver ready, her keen eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of danger. Behind them, Princess Amara, the healer, walked with a gentle grace, her presence emanating an aura of compassion and hope. She knew that her gift would be called upon to mend not just physical wounds but also the wounds of the soul during their arduous journey. Princess Lyra, the Astronomer, gazed up at the sky, reading the stars as they moved forward. Her celestial knowledge would provide them with guidance and insights, illuminating the path through the darkest nights. Princess Talia, the Swordswoman, walked with a confident stride, her sword at her side, ready to defend her fellow princesses and the kingdom with unyielding courage. Her skill with the blade would be their strength in the face of any threats that dared to stand in their way. Princess Evangeline, the Elementalist, moved gracefully, her connection with nature surrounding them like a protective shield. The elements would respond to her call, aiding and bolstering them in times of need. Finally, Princess Selene, the Telepath, completed the group. She walked in harmony with her sisters, her mind open to the thoughts and emotions that bound them as one powerful force. Her gift of unity would strengthen their resolve, ensuring that they moved forward as a cohesive team. Their journey was fraught with challenges and dangers. They traversed treacherous terrains, crossed dragging rivers, and ventured into mysterious forests. The darkness seemed to seep into every corner, testing their courage and unity at every step. But the princesses were undeterred. They drew strength from each other, their bond unbreakable, and their hearts filled with the love they held for their kingdom. The darkness sought to feed on fear and despair, but the light within the princesses' hearts shone brightly, dispelling the shadows and guiding them forward. Along the way, they encountered villagers whose hearts were heavy with the darkness's influence. Princess Amara, the healer, used her gift to mend their spirits, infusing them with hope and strength to carry on. In one village, they faced a horde of dark creatures. Princess Talia's sword and Princess Aria's arrows clashed with their malevolent foes, while Princess Elara's enchantments held back their sinister spells. Princess Evangeline's control over the elements unleashed a torrent of power, driving the dark creatures back, and Princess Lyra used the alignment of the stars to guide their movements with precision. In the midst of the battle, Princess Selene's telepathy connected their minds, allowing them to move as one, anticipating and countering the darkness's every move. The villagers watched in awe as the princesses fought fearlessly, their unity like a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. As they pressed forward, they came upon the heart of darkness, a desolate realm shrouded in eternal night. The ancient evil loomed before them, its malevolence tangible and suffocating. But the princesses stood firm, their spirits unyielding in the face of such darkness. Princess Elara's enchantments created a barrier, shielding them from the darkness's grasp. Princess Aria's arrows struck true, weakening the ancient evil's defenses, while Princess Amara's healing touch renewed their strength. Princess Lyra sought guidance from the stars, and Princess Talia unleashed her sword with an unyielding fury. Princess Evangeline called upon the elements to push back the darkness, and Princess Selene connected their minds, unifying their efforts. In a climactic display of power and unity, the princesses' combined strength struck at the heart of the darkness. The ancient evil thrashed and howled, but the light within the princesses burned brighter, overpowering the malevolence that sought to consume Evelyn. With a final surge of energy, the darkness was vanquished, banished once more into the depths from whence it came. The realm was filled with light, as if the sun had broken through the eternal night, illuminating the land with hope and joy. The people of Evelyn rejoiced, their gratitude overflowing for the 7 princesses who had saved their kingdom from the clutches of darkness. The princesses embraced each other, their bond stronger than ever, knowing that their journey was not just about confronting evil but about protecting the light within themselves and their realm. As they returned to the grand palace of Evelyn, they were hailed as heroes, their names etched into the annals of history. But more importantly, they knew that their journey had only just begun. Together, they would continue to defend their kingdom, standing as a beacon of hope and unity for generations to come. And so, the 7 princesses stood tall, their hearts intertwined with the destiny of Evelyn. The journey was ongoing, but they faced it with courage, love, and the unwavering belief that as long as they stood united, the light would always triumph over darkness, illuminating the path of Evelyn's future. Chapter 12, Trials and Tribulations. The journey of the 7 princesses continued, and with each step, they faced new trials and tribulations that tested their resolve and unity. The external challenges were daunting enough. A labyrinth of treacherous terrains, monstrous creatures lurking in the shadows, and dark forces that sought to thwart their progress. Yet, it was the internal struggles that threatened to consume them, the doubts, fears, and uncertainties that clouded their minds as they delved deeper into the heart of darkness. One particularly harrowing trial awaited them in the Forest of Whispers, a place where the very trees seemed to whisper haunting secrets. Princess Lyra's astronomical knowledge and Princess Selene's telepathic gifts had warned them of the forest's treachery, yet they pressed on, their determination unwavering. As they ventured deeper into the forest, its oppressive atmosphere weighed heavily on their hearts. Whispers of doubt crept into their minds, and the unity they had forged was put to the test. Princess Talia's courage faltered for a moment, unsure if they were making the right choice. But it was Princess Evangeline's connection with the elements that guided them through the darkness. She called upon the wind to guide their way, using the rustling leaves to decipher the path ahead. The trees seemed to shift, pointing them in the right direction, and their fears began to dissipate as the power of their unity rekindled. Princess Aria's keen senses and Princess Elara's enchantments proved invaluable in navigating the labyrinthine trails, thwarting the forest's attempts to mislead them. They faced monstrous creatures that seemed to materialize from the shadows, yet Princess Talia's swordswomanship and Princess Amara's healing touch proved to be an impenetrable defense against the darkness. With each challenge they conquered, the princesses' trust in one another grew stronger. They realized that the doubts and fears that plagued them were only temporary barriers that they could overcome together. The bond they shared was not just a matter of convenience, it was a deep connection of sisterhood that fortified them against the darkness. As they emerged from the forest of whispers, they were not unscathed. They bore the marks of the trials they had faced, but they wore them as badges of strength and resilience. Their journey had tested them in ways they could never have imagined, but they had faced it head-on, their unity a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. The next challenge lay in the caverns of despair, a labyrinth of darkness that seemed to amplify their innermost fears and insecurities. Princess Selene's telepathic abilities were put to the ultimate test as she faced her own doubts and those of her sisters. The caverns echoed with haunting whispers, each voice a manifestation of their deepest fears. Princess Aria felt the weight of inadequacy in her abilities, while Princess Lyra's confidence in her celestial knowledge wavered. Princess Evangeline's connection with nature seemed distant, and Princess Amara questioned her worth as a healer. In the face of such trials, Princess Elara's enchantments alone could not protect them. The darkness sought to exploit their vulnerabilities, but Princess Selene's gift of unity became their most potent weapon. She connected their minds, allowing them to share their fears and support one another in their darkest moments. Through the caverns of despair, they walked hand in hand, facing their fears together. They realized that their individual abilities were crucial, but it was their unity that gave them strength, the knowledge that they were never alone in their struggles. With each step, the darkness weakened, unable to break the bond of their sisterhood. The princesses emerged from the caverns of despair stronger than before, having conquered not just external foes, but their inner demons as well. Their journey was far from over, and they knew that more trials awaited them. But they faced the future with newfound confidence and unwavering trust in each other. The darkness had sought to divide them, but instead, it had only strengthened their bond. As they continued their journey, they encountered moments of joy and celebration, where the people of Everland hailed them as heroes, thanking them for the light they had brought back to the kingdom. But they also faced moments of heartache and sacrifice, where they had to make tough decisions in the face of darkness. Through it all, their unity remained their greatest strength. Each princess brought her unique abilities and strengths to the table, and they learned to rely on each other, recognizing that the whole was greater than the sum of its parts. The trials and tribulations of their journey forged them into a force to be reckoned with, a united front against darkness. They knew that as long as they stood together, they could face any challenge that came their way, and their light would always overcome the shadows. And so, the 7 princesses continued their journey, facing the trials and tribulations with courage, determination, and a bond that would forever hold them as sisters bound by destiny. The light of their unity shone brightly, illuminating the path to victory and the salvation of their beloved Everland. Chapter 13, The Final Confrontation. Months of arduous traveling and relentless battles against the forces of darkness had brought the 7 princesses to the heart of the evil's lair, the very core of the malevolence that threatened to engulf Evelyn in eternal night. The final confrontation awaited them, a climactic showdown against the embodiment of fear and despair, a monstrous creature born of shadows and malevolent intentions. As they stood at the threshold of the lair, the princesses felt an airy chill in the air. The darkness seemed to seep into their bones, but they refused to falter. Their unity was their strength, and they were prepared to face whatever darkness had in store. Princess Elara's enchantments created a protective barrier, shielding them from the malevolence that pulsed within the lair. Princess Aria's bow was at the ready, her eyes scanning the darkness for any signs of movement. Princess Amara's healing touch bestowed strength upon her sisters, and Princess Lyra's celestial knowledge provided guidance as they navigated the labyrinthine paths. Princess Talia's sword gleamed with determination, and Princess Evangeline's connection with the elements hummed with power. Princess Selene's telepathy kept their minds united, ensuring that their thoughts and emotions were in sync, ready to face the darkness as one formidable force. With each step, the darkness seemed to grow stronger, its malevolence intensifying as if it fed on the fear and despair that emanated from the heart of the lair. But the princesses drew strength from each other, knowing that their unity was a light that could never be extinguished. As they delved deeper, the monstrous creature revealed itself, a colossal, twisted being that seemed to embody every fear and shadow in the world. Its eyes glowed with an unholy light, and its mere presence sent shivers down the princesses' spines. "Stand strong, my sisters," Princess Talia called out, her voice steady and commanding. "We face the very embodiment of darkness, but we have each other. Together, we are stronger than anything it can throw at us." With their resolve unshaken, the princesses charged forward, their individual abilities merging into a symphony of power. Princess Elara's enchantments sought to weaken the creature's defenses, while Princess Aria's arrows struck true, finding the creature's weak points. Princess Amara's healing touch countered the darkness's attempts to drain their strength, and Princess Lyra's celestial knowledge guided their movements with precision. Princess Talia's swordswomanship clashed with the creature's malevolence, and Princess Evangeline's control over the elements unleashed torrents of power upon the monstrous being. Princess Selene's telepathy kept them connected, sharing their thoughts and emotions, their determination to overcome the darkness's onslaught. The battle raged on, with the creature summoning minions of darkness to assail the princesses from all sides. But they fought as one, their unity bolstering their courage and fortitude. Through the relentless struggle, they began to understand the true nature of the creature. They realized that it thrived on fear and despair, drawing strength from the darkness it sowed. And so, they made a decision, one that would change the course of the battle. "We must not yield to its malevolence," Princess Lyra called out, her voice echoing with wisdom. "The creature feeds on our fears. We must face it with hope and courage. Together, we can defeat it." With newfound resolve, the princesses rallied their spirits, pushing back the darkness within themselves and standing strong against the creature's onslaught. Their unity became a beacon of light, dispelling the shadows that clung to the creature's form. Princess Selene's telepathy delved into the creature's mind, revealing the depths of its own fears and insecurities. They realized that, like them, the creature was born from darkness and despair. With compassion in their hearts, the princesses confronted the creature, offering it not hatred or violence, but understanding and empathy. "We know what it is to face darkness," Princess Evangeline said, her voice gentle yet resolute. "But we have found strength in each other, and in the light within ourselves. You too can find redemption and embrace the light." The creature faltered, its malevolence waning as the princess's words resonated with the light that still remained within it. Slowly, it began to transform, shading the shadows that had enveloped it. In a moment of profound transformation, the creature became something entirely different, a creature of light and hope, no longer bound by the chains of darkness. As the last remnants of darkness dissipated, a radiant figure stood before the princesses, a being of pure light and beauty. The embodiment of fear and despair had been replaced by a symbol of hope and redemption. "You have freed me from the darkness," the creature spoke, its voice echoing with gratitude. "I was once consumed by malevolence, but you showed me the power of unity and compassion." With those words, the being of light ascended, leaving the princesses in awe of the power of their unity and the redemption they had bestowed upon the ancient evil. The darkness that had threatened Everland had been vanquished not through violence, but through the strength of their unity, the light that burned within each of them, and the compassion they extended even to their enemies. As they emerged from the heart of the lair, Evelyn greeted them with jubilation. The people hailed the 7 princesses as heroes, not just for saving the kingdom, but for the wisdom and courage they had displayed in confronting the darkness within themselves and others. The princesses' journey had come to a triumphant end, but their unity remained unbreakable. They had learned that the true strength of their gifts lay not just in their individual abilities, but in the bond they shared, a bond forged through trials and tribulations, compassion and understanding. As they returned to the grand palace of Everland, they knew that their journey was not truly over. There would always be challenges to face, darkness to confront, and fears to conquer. But with their unity and the light within their hearts, they were ready to face whatever the future held, knowing that together, they would forever shine as guardians of Everland's hope and unity. Chapter 14: The Power of Unity. As the princesses stood united, their bond stronger than ever, they faced their most formidable challenge yet, a final battle against the remnants of darkness that still lurked in the shadows, seeking to reclaim its hold over Everland. But the power of unity that bound the princesses together was a force to be reckoned with. Princess Elara's enchantments shimmered like a protective shield around them, deflecting the malevolent spells that the darkness hurled their way. Her magic weaved a barrier of safety, allowing the princesses to focus on their individual strengths. Princess Aria, her bow steady and true, unleashed arrows that found their mark with unerring accuracy. Each shot pierced through the darkness, striking at the heart of evil and weakening its hold on the realm. Princess Amara's healing touch mended not just the physical wounds they sustained during the battle but also the emotional scars that had plagued their hearts. Her gentle presence infused them with renewed determination, bolstering their resilience. Princess Lyra, her eyes turned toward the stars, deciphered the patterns in the darkness's movements. Her celestial insights guided their strategy, ensuring they anticipated every attack and maneuvered accordingly. Princess Talia's sword danced with grace and precision, slicing through the darkness's minions with unparalleled skill. Her courage and determination inspired her sisters, and her every move was an act of defiance against the malevolence that sought to consume them. Princess Evangeline called upon the elements, invoking their power to create a storm of fire, water, earth, and air. Her elemental powers surged around them, an unstoppable force that pushed back the darkness and created a sense of awe and wonder among those witnessing the battle. Princess Selene's telepathic connection linked their minds as one. Through her gift, they moved in harmony, each princess anticipating the other's actions, forming an impenetrable defense against the darkness. As the battle raged on, the princesses' individual abilities merged into a symphony of power, each strength bolstering the others. The darkness tried to divide them, to exploit their weaknesses and sow discord, but the unity they had forged stood firm. With every attack, the darkness weakened, its malevolence ebbing away as the light within the princesses burned brighter. Their courage and love for their kingdom shone like a beacon, dispelling the shadows and illuminating the path to victory. In a final surge of power, the princesses combined their strengths, unleashing a collective force that overwhelmed the darkness. Their unity became an unbreakable wall, pushing back the malevolence that had once threatened to consume Evangeline. The darkness's minions crumbled, dissolving into nothingness, and the remnants of evil retreated to the darkest corners of the realm, forever banished by the power of unity and the light that the princesses carried within their hearts. As the battle subsided, the people of Evangeline cheered, their hearts filled with gratitude and awe for the 7 princesses who had saved their kingdom. The grand palace erupted with jubilation as the princesses emerged victorious, united in their triumph. But as they basked in the adoration of the kingdom, the princesses knew that their journey was not just about defeating evil. It was about the power of unity, the realization that they were stronger together than they could ever be alone. Their unity had not just saved Evangeline from darkness, it had transformed them into sisters bound by destiny and love. They had faced trials and tribulations, confronted their fears, and learned to trust and rely on one another. And in doing so, they had discovered the true essence of their gifts, their ability to uplift and support each other. The power of unity had not just been their weapon against the darkness, it had been the key to their strength and resilience. They had learned that in the face of darkness, unity was a light that could never be extinguished. As the princesses stood shoulder to shoulder, their hands entwined, they knew that their journey as guardians of Evangeline's hope and unity was far from over. There would always be challenges and battles to face, but they were ready to meet them with courage, determination, and the unyielding power of their unity. And so, the 7 princesses continued to protect their kingdom, their hearts forever intertwined in the legacy of unity they had created. As they walked forward, hand in hand, Evangeline knew that its future was secured in the light of their love and strength, a testament to the power of unity in the face of darkness. Chapter 15, Triumph of Light. With the darkness finally vanquished, the kingdom of Everland basked in the glory of its triumph. The grand palace, once shrouded in shadows, now stood illuminated by the light of victory. The people rejoiced, their hearts filled with gratitude and admiration for the 7 princesses who had faced the darkest of forces and emerged victorious. As the sun rose on the day after the final battle, the princesses were hailed as heroes throughout the realm. Their names were whispered in awe and gratitude by the villagers, and banners bearing their symbols fluttered proudly in the breeze. The princesses' journey had not just been a battle against an ancient evil, it had been a journey of self-discovery and growth. They had come together as strangers, each possessing unique abilities and virtues, but they had emerged as sisters united by love, courage, and the power of their unity. In the heart of Everland, a grand celebration was held in honor of the princesses. The palace grounds were adorned with colorful ribbons and vibrant flowers, a symbol of the joy and hope that now graced the kingdom. As the princesses walked side by side, they were showered with petals, their smiles radiant and their eyes filled with the knowledge that they had triumphed not just as individuals, but as a united force for good. King William stood at the center of the celebration, beaming with pride and gratitude. He took each princess by the hand, offering them his heartfelt thanks and praise. "My brave princesses," he addressed them, his voice resounding with emotion. "You have saved Everland from the clutches of darkness, and your valor and unity have shown us the true meaning of hope and courage. Our kingdom is forever in your debt." The princesses exchanged glances, their bond evident in the way they stood shoulder to shoulder, a testament to the power of their unity. Princess Elara stepped forward, her eyes shining with a mixture of humility and strength. "Your Majesty, we are grateful for your trust and support throughout this journey," she said. But it was not just us who triumphed over darkness, it was the power of unity and the light of love and courage within us all. Each princess took turns expressing their gratitude and acknowledging the role that unity had played in their victory. Princess Aria spoke of how their combined strength had been more potent than any weapon, and Princess Amara spoke of how their compassion and empathy had been their most formidable defense. Princess Lyra touched on the wisdom they had gained through their shared experiences, and Princess Talia spoke of the courage they had found in each other's hearts. Princess Evangeline praised the beauty of nature and its power to bring them together, and Princess Selene acknowledged the unbreakable bond they had formed through the trials they had faced. Their words resonated with the people, who listened in awe and admiration. The princesses' victory was not just a tale of heroism, but a testament to the strength that unity and love could bring to any endeavor. As the celebration continued, the people of Everland danced and sang in joy, their hearts lighter than they had been in years. The darkness had been defeated, banished back into the depths of obscurity from whence it came, and the light of hope now shone brightly in the kingdom. In the weeks that followed, the princesses returned to their respective corners of Everland, but their bond remained unbroken. They knew that they were forever connected, their destinies intertwined by the journey they had undertaken together. As the years passed, the legacy of the 7 princesses grew, their tale passed down from generation to generation. They became a symbol of hope and unity, a reminder that when people stand together, united in love and courage, they can overcome any darkness that threatens their world. Evelyn prospered under their watchful eyes, and the people lived in harmony, cherishing the light of unity that had triumphed over darkness. And so, the story of the 7 princesses lived on, a tale of bravery, heroism, and the power of love, courage, and unity. In the heart of Everland, their legacy burned bright, forever etched in the annals of history as the triumph of light over darkness. Chapter 16, Ever After. The heroines returned to Everland, their hearts full of pride and fulfillment. The kingdom welcomed them with open arms, celebrating their triumph over darkness and their unwavering unity. King William, grateful for their valor and the unbreakable bond they had forged, declared an annual celebration in their honor, a day dedicated to the bravery, love, and unity that had saved Everland from eternal darkness. The celebration became a cherished tradition, eagerly anticipated by the people of Everland. On this special day, the kingdom came alive with vibrant colors, joyful laughter, and the spirit of unity that the princesses had exemplified. Festivities adorned the grand palace and spread throughout the realm, reminding everyone of the power of love and courage to conquer even the most formidable of foes. As the years passed, the 7 princesses continued to serve Everland with dedication and wisdom. Princess Elara's enchantments protected the kingdom from any lingering darkness, ensuring that the realm remained safe and prosperous. Princess Aria's unparalleled accuracy as an archer kept any threats at bay, allowing the people to live without fear. Princess Amara's healing touch continued to bring comfort to the people, and her empathy helped bridge gaps between communities. Princess Lyra's celestial insights guided the kingdom through times of uncertainty, providing invaluable wisdom and foresight to King William's rule. Princess Talia's swordsmanship continued to be a symbol of the kingdom's strength, deterring any potential invaders and reinforcing the sense of security within Everland's borders. Princess Evangeline's elemental powers enriched the lands, nurturing the crops, and bringing bountiful harvests that sustained the people. Princess Selene's telepathy remained a source of unity, ensuring that the princesses continued to work as one harmonious force, even as they pursued their individual responsibilities. As the years turned into decades, the legacy of the 7 princesses grew, woven into the very fabric of Everland's history. Their story was told to children as a bedtime tale, inspiring the next generations to embrace the virtues of love, courage, and unity. Though each princess had a specific role within the kingdom, their friendship remained the foundation that held everything together. They met often, exchanging stories, laughter, and support, reaffirming the bond that had forged them into sisters. In the twilight of their lives, the princesses gathered one last time at the Grand Palace, reminiscing about their adventures and the trials they had overcome together. Their journey had not just been about saving Everland, it had been about discovering the strength they had within themselves and each other. I will never forget the moment we faced that monstrous creature in the heart of darkness, Princess Elara said, her eyes gleaming with memories. It was terrifying, but we stood together, and that's what made all the difference. We have come so far since then, Princess Aria added, and yet, it feels like only yesterday we were strangers brought together by fate. Through it all, we found strength in our unity, Princess Amara said, her voice filled with warmth. We were never alone in our struggles, and that's what gave us the courage to keep going. Each of us brought something unique to the table, Princess Lyra mused, but it was the love and trust we had for each other that truly made us invincible. Princess Talia smiled, and we have made Evelyn a kingdom where the light of hope will never be extinguished. Indeed, Princess Evangeline agreed, and we will continue to protect it for as long as we live. Princess Selene's telepathy gently touched their minds, linking their thoughts and emotions once more. And our legacy will live on through the people of Everland, who will continue to cherish the values we hold dear. As the sun set on their final gathering, the princesses stood together, a timeless portrait of unity and love. Their journey had been one of courage, perseverance, and friendship, and their impact on Everland was immeasurable. And so, as the years passed and the 7 princesses entered the annals of history, Everland lived happily ever after, basking in the light of their love, courage, and unity. Their story became a legend, a beacon of hope for generations to come, reminding all who heard it of the timeless power of friendship and the triumph of the human spirit over darkness.